Hello, I'm Carol Como, the superintendent with the Anchorage School District, and I want to welcome all of you parents and children to kindergarten. We're very excited to have you with us in the Anchorage School District, and as you begin your 13 years of school education in the Anchorage School District or wherever you are, we really know that it will be an exciting thing for you this year. It's your first opportunity to come in, work with us as partners. We value your input, your ideas about your child. You know them better than we ever will, and we need you to be working with us. So I would like to tell you that be a frequent visitor to the school. Don't hesitate to come in, volunteer in your child's classroom, make appointments with a teacher, with the principal, join the PTA or parent organization at the school. Just anything you've got the time to do that you're interested in, we welcome you as a partner in helping your child be as successful as they can be in the Anchorage School District.
Lots of times parents will ask me, and understandably so, what is it that my child needs to know when they come to kindergarten? And there are some concerns, and understandably, that maybe my child doesn't have all of their ABCs, or maybe they aren't familiar with all their shapes and colors yet. Well, you know, that's one of the big things that we work on in kindergarten. We are focusing on some of those very basic and beginning skills. The first week of school for your kindergartner will be taken up with what's called the developmental profile. And that's an opportunity for your kindergartner to meet with their kindergarten teacher. It's a conference, a time for parent, teacher, and child to get together and establish some of those important home-school partnerships. The child and the parent will meet with their teacher and learn about the school and the kindergarten classroom. Now, school has started for the other girls and boys in grades 1 through 6, so you and your child will have an actual opportunity to see the school in session. The parent and the child will be allowed to visit the gym, the library, the playground, and any other spaces in the building. The school nurse and the principal, of course, are also important people that you'll want to take time to meet. Now, your child will work with the teacher on activities and tasks. Information is gathered about fine and gross motor development, problem-solving skills, language and literacy development, reading and writing skills, listening and speaking. Now, the time spent with the child provides the opportunity for the teacher to gather information about the child while the parent is there. The teacher can then plan lessons and activities for the individual child. It's also time for the parent to share information about their child with the teacher. Principals and teachers have noticed a great reduction in stress on parents and kindergartners on the first day of school due to this wonderful opportunity of meeting. Now, working together, the teacher, the parent, the principal, the entire school can ensure success for your kindergartner. Writing in the kindergarten classroom is comprised of a great many experiences and activities and projects that allow your kindergartner to work individually and in groups. Small and large group opportunities are provided and work is presented through an active, hands-on approach. Your child will be using markers, paintbrushes, pencils, crayons, the whole gamut of sensory experiences in the writing field. Kindergarten teachers provide children opportunities to develop oral language and writing skills as well. Adults will be reading to children every day, sometimes to the whole class, small groups, or individually. We encourage volunteers to come in. It will be a wonderful opportunity for you to come in, read with your child, and with their classmates. Teachers can help children talk about what they've heard and help them relate the stories to activities at school or at home. Your kindergartner will be able to listen to stories, poems, rhymes, and songs. Will be able to use words and describe people, places, and things. Part of the writing process allows them to share their thoughts and ideas with classmates and also share and listen to them. Your child will be introduced to the formation of letters and will be able to write their own name, draw pictures, and use beginning words and stories. Teachers provide meaningful activities that challenge children to move forward. Your child's kindergarten room will have lots of writing tools for many different writing experiences. Children will practice and learn that writing is useful as they send messages to friends, make lists and signs, and write in journals and explore other uses for writing. Your child will learn that writing is fun.
They're also eager to learn, and they especially want to learn to read. And for me, the joy of seeing them as they learn their letters and then as they learn to put the sounds together and make words, it's just wonderful. There's like a light that goes on and they're just all so happy, and it's just great, and the parents are always so thrilled when they learn to do that.
I think the first thing that comes to mind when I wanted to go into kindergarten was the challenge as a teacher from going from a very abstract concept to making it very concrete. So through their hands they have to learn. So how am I going to make something as abstract as time or money be very concrete to them? So I think that challenge as a teacher is really fun. I think the other thing that I really like about kindergarten children themselves is that nothing is impossible. And even the most common things that we take for granted as being truths, they challenge you and they say, no, that's not right. So I like that about them as well.
Well, I really like being a kindergarten teacher because I love their enthusiasm for learning. I love their scientific questions. They just have a natural curiosity about nature, and they would just really like to know everything. And they're not satisfied until they have answered, or until we have answered some of their questions, or they've explored it on their own. And that's probably the biggest reason I like working with kindergartners. I like also their natural empathy for others, that they really understand or can feel when another person is feeling sad, and they'll go to them without even having to the other person saying something to them. They'll just go and take care of that person. I really enjoy that.
In addition to reading, writing, and arithmetic in the kindergarten classroom, your child will have the opportunity to experience physical education, art, and music as well. Twice a week, your child will meet with a PE teacher and will have the opportunity to use fundamental movements such as running, walking, jumping, throwing, experiencing individual and team activities, as well as exploring rhythm and dance. They'll have the chance to play with other children in a cooperative manner, following directions, taking turns, and participating in large group activities. In art, your child will study the essential elements of art. They'll learn to recognize basic shapes and patterns. Lines and colors will look at significant works of art and will learn about some of the great artists of our time. There'll be many opportunities to explore a variety of art forms. Children usually enjoy using the bright paints, paper Crayolas, and other materials that are provided for them during the art class. Kindergartners will also experience music as well. They'll learn about fundamental music concepts, such as steady beat. Learn that music is made up of a variety of sounds and that notes move up and down and even repeat. Children will listen to the music of many cultures and sing a variety of songs, play instruments, and enjoy creating and listening and performing. Through these experiences of physical education, art, and music, your child will have the opportunities to cooperate, participate, and share with group and individual activities, which will in turn enrich their kindergarten year.
Well, we want kids to have as many opportunities as possible to look at books, to check out books, to understand the connection between reading and the words in the book and the great stories they hear. We want them to be familiar with how they can find appropriate choices for themselves. We want them to see books and literature as a way to learn and enjoy things. We want them to learn how to take care of books and how to share, and the whole idea of borrowing and being responsible and bringing them back. Kindergartners are some of the coolest kids to have in the library because they are so eager to learn everything and are so open to all experiences, and there are so many cool books that it's just great to see them when they start toward the end of the year learn how to read and can make those connections with the books and read words in a book. And so it's really great to have kindergartners in the library and help them become lifelong learners and readers and help them really learn how to enjoy the written word.
What will my child learn in kindergarten? In kindergarten, your child will learn about letters and words. They will listen to stories, songs, rhymes, alphabet activities, and routines. During instruction, your child will learn to make predictions about stories during shared reading time. They will practice retelling stories in sequence and show understanding of stories through writing, drama, art, and music activities. The children will learn that letters have sounds. Your child will learn the letters of the alphabet, learn consonant sounds, recognize rhyming words. Children will listen to and enjoy stories and books. Your child will learn that print is read from left to right. The children will discuss the author of stories and identify the back, front cover, and title of a book. There are a variety of materials to help every child succeed. The Houghton Mifflin program offers explicit instruction using creative, flexible resources. Each week, a literature selection encourages the children to develop oral language, vocabulary, and comprehension skills. There are materials for children who need extra support, and little readers that are perfect for building fluency. The alphabet characters introduce children to letter sounds. There are letter, picture, and word cards which provide practice with building words and sentences. The reading program in the Anchorage School District provides a rich, delightful, inviting introduction to school. If you have any questions or concerns about your child's progress, please contact the teacher and/or the principal and let them know of your concerns.
They come to school wide-eyed and excited to learn. Everything's brand new to them, even if they've been in a preschool experience. If I look at, sometimes it has to do with their problem solving in math. They always have a unique way and an open way of looking at math and solving that. They're not hindered by thinking everything has to be right. When they come with their reading, when they finally discover what those letters mean and the letter sounds, they get excited. So kindergartners, they just love to learn. And I find that the parents are really supportive, and we can't wait to get them on our team.
You're not using cubes. You have 10 ducklings, and 2 ducklings went away. I wonder how many ducklings are left. Can you draw 10 circles, Trey? Real quick, and then we can show them how we do it when we draw the answer. Draw 10 circles. I think that's what Leslie told us to do. 10. Maybe you'd like to put your paper on the floor. I would really easy. Okay. There's, okay, how many circles do you have?
10.
Make sure, check it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now Leslie said 2 ducks were going to go away. What do you do?
Here's
Go up here.
ducks going away.
Okay. How many of these ducks are going to go away?
The Science Kit focus for kindergarten is characteristics. A characteristic is a feature or quality that helps identify or describe a thing. Properties are attributes of characteristics. Throughout the year, children examine and use a wide variety of objects, categorizing them according to their various observable properties through the use of 3 science units: Myself and Others, Wood and Paper, and Pebbles, Sand, and Silt. In Myself and Others, they will be exploring the similarities, differences, and variations between specific physical characteristics of people in general, and specifically of the students in their own classroom. Children observe and record information about height, eye color, hair length and texture, skin color, lines and fingerprints, body shapes and hand size. At the end of the unit, they think about themselves in the past, present, and the future. They use the recorded information to revisit and share their thinking and understandings. In Wood and Paper, children observe, describe, and record the characteristics of wood and paper as they are introduced to a wide variety of these materials. They discover what happens when wood and paper are subjected to a number of tests and interactions with other materials, and they make comparisons. They learn that wood and paper can be recycled into a variety of new products that may have new properties. They are also introduced to the concept of trees as a natural resource. Pebbles, Sand, and Silt consists of 4 sequential investigations, each designed to introduce concepts in earth science. Children observe and discuss the different characteristics of rocks, sand, silt, and clay while they physically manipulate these materials. They work on developing descriptive language, communication skills. They study size and shape and discuss how these materials are used in our world through the science kits of Myself and Others, Wood and Paper, Pebbles, Sand, and Silt.
I think one of the things I particularly like about kindergarten is the stories that they bring. And in fact, I've started recording stories in my Be Happy book. And not just me, but a number of adults work in the classroom. And they say some of the cutest things. And I just love to hear their honesty and their delight when they share things. And a couple of the things that I remember this year, at the beginning of the year, there was a little girl who said, you know, I think I'm ready to go home. You can call my mom now, I'm done. And it's changed over the school year because recently after a
a break, one of the students said, you know, I was so excited to get back to school, I could hardly even hold my horses. And so over time, things have changed, and just their excitement, and it makes me happy inside to see their happiness and eagerness to be here. So that's why I love kindergarten.
Well, what I notice about kindergarten is that they can do things this time of year that they couldn't do earlier in the year. And when they first come to school, they're just excited, they're anxious to be here, but they have no idea what they're getting in for. And so kindergarten teachers amazingly teach them what all the other teachers in the school think students know from the beginning. And their place in the world, what they think of themselves, what they are as learners, what school is all about, why they might want to be here. And by this time of year, they're ready for school. So it's really exciting to see them look like students and share and play with each other and take turns and stand in line and read books and write and all those things that are getting ready for school that they know nothing about when they come to school in the fall. So kindergarten teachers and children are amazing. They're our favorites. They make such leaps and bounds during the school year that I don't think you could find that anywhere else.
I did just touch on this, but I want to go back to the lunchroom. Your child will be eating lunch at school now. We have school lunches, and you can bring, or your child can bring, a cold lunch from home in a lunch bag or a lunch box. If you choose to have your child take part in the school lunch program, there are forms that will allow you to, we will give to you so you can fill out, which will help determine the amount of money you would need to pay, and your teacher and the office staff can supply that to you. The children will have a variety of foods they can choose from when they go to lunch, and they typically have anywhere from 20 minutes to 25 minutes to eat their lunch, and then that's usually followed by a recess period of 20 to 25 minutes as well. When they go out to the playground and when they are in the lunchroom, they are being monitored by the lunch lady, by the BPO, which is the day person at the school, and also generally the kindergarten TAs are with the students in the lunchroom as well as out on the playground, along with the noon duty attendants. Recess in the playground is one of the best opportunities for your child to experience the camaraderie of kindergarten, to really work on some of those social skills that we focus on in the classroom. We look at sharing, we look at using our words when we are trying to resolve issues amongst other girls and boys, and that's a wonderful opportunity for girls and boys. If you don't have access to a computer, on Channel 14, on your cable channel listings, you can find the ASD Public Access site. On that channel, you can find events taking place at various schools, your child's schools. You can watch school board meetings as they take place live, and they are also replayed through the week. There are also other educational programs put on at that time. If you do have access to the website, you can find the schedule of events for ASD Channel 14 as well. Both the website and Channel 14 are invaluable tools to keep yourself informed with the goings-on in the school district. Of course, if you walk into your neighborhood school and ask for the most recent copy of your child's newsletter, they'll have that also. So if you look at it from the computer, the television, and the newsletter, you have many varieties and many means of finding out what's going on at your child's school and throughout the district as a whole. At the beginning of your child's kindergarten year, the year ahead of them was a big unknown. Now it's behind them. Now they know how to get on the bus in the morning and get off in the afternoon. They know how to check a book out from the library. They can go to the lunchroom and choose their lunch with confidence. They know how to navigate the playground and the hallways of their school. They're prepared for first grade. Next year, your kindergartner will be a first grader. And this year has been a wonderful experience in preparing them for that year. Thank you so much for sending your child to this school and the Anchorage School District.